Hell's Kitchen, Season 22, The American Dream Finale. I must say, good people, that this finale definitely subverted my expectations. From very early on in the season, I predicted that the finale would feature Sammy and Jonathan, with Sammy getting the win. But boy was I wrong. So for this review, I'll share my thoughts on everything that happened during this episode, and I'll try to break down what I thought about the winner for the season. So without any further delay, let's jump right in. The first hour of this finale contained a lot of filler scenes like any typical finale for the show. But towards the halfway mark, we finally get to see some action. Sammy, Jonathan, and Ryan get paired with chefs Christina, Jason, and Jonathan to conceptualize a 5-course menu for the elimination service. The chefs prepare their 5 courses without many errors, which in my opinion would make this season's final 3 cook-off one of the most competitive that I've seen in Hell's Kitchen history. But to my surprise, Ryan edges out the competition and secures the top spot of the finale, while Jonathan beats Sammy by 1 point. I thought that Sammy did the best that she could for this finale, and she shouldn't have anything to be ashamed of. But with Ryan coming out on top, he got the first pick for chefs to help him out in the final dinner service. His first pick was Sammy, then he went on to pick Jason, Carmen, and Sandra. Now in my opinion, this is a very interesting selection for the team, because Carmen and Sammy could definitely hold their own during dinner service, Sammy more so than Carmen in my opinion. But Jason and Sandra have had their fair share of screw-ups in the past. And my initial thoughts were that if Ryan could rally this team behind him to pull off an amazing dinner service, then he definitely deserved the win for the job. But when it's time for Jonathan to pick his 4 chefs, his first choice is Demir, followed by Danya, Lee, and Atoya. Now I won't shy away from addressing the elephant in the room, which is that Jonathan happened to get all the black chefs, which I think was just a coincidence and nothing more. But on paper, this team of chefs makes more sense. However, if I were Jonathan, I would have chosen Carmen as the first pick because I'm almost certain that Demir and Lee would have still been available after Ryan made his picks. But I also look at Jonathan's team and I wonder which version of Demir, Danya, Atoya, and Lee he will be getting for the dinner service. Lee and Demir have largely been consistent during their past dinner services, but they completely fell apart during their elimination episode. Danya and Atoya have also made careless mistakes during the episodes where they were eliminated, but if Jonathan can get the best out of all 4 chefs, then this competition is in the bag for him. So at the end of this episode, I recognize Ryan as having turned the ship around and definitely earning his place in the finale, but I would give Jonathan the edge for the final dinner service. But then we have the second part of the finale, and in my opinion, it was over for Jonathan before it even began. When Jonathan finally met with his chefs, he let them know that he was not going to be yelling at them or be on top of them. And to me that's nice and all, but with the job of a lifetime being on the line, this in my opinion was not the right approach for Jonathan to take. Jonathan should have kicked his personality into second gear and shown his leadership skills that Chef Gordon is looking for. His second mistake was that he prepared a dinner menu that was pretty simple for Hell's Kitchen standards. And the nail in the coffin was that Jonathan put Demir on meats when meats are not Demir's strength in the kitchen. Danya was put on chicken and dumplings, and the other chefs were put on their respective stations. So at this point, I'm beginning to lose faith in Jonathan. On the other hand, we have Ryan, and when he meets with his chefs, he's very vocal about what he expects from them. Ryan makes it clearly known that he is the leader, and he mixes humor with a stern approach, which the chefs on his team seem to respect. I also respect Ryan for taking risks with the dinner service menu and challenging the chefs on his team to meet his standards. Now when it comes to the actual dinner service, the devil is in the details. Jonathan and Ryan as leaders, it was like comparing a steak from Applebee's to a steak from Ruth's Chris. Jonathan looked damn near lethargic during the entire dinner service. Demir made several mistakes, and Gordon needed to stand over Jonathan to catch those mistakes. Gordon even had to go as far as to tell Jonathan that he needed to make a change on the meat station, and once Diane was given the reins, Jonathan's dinner service went smoothly. On the other hand, Ryan had a ton of energy as a leader on the team, and he was very vocal. Ryan didn't need Gordon to point out any of the mistakes that his chefs made because Ryan caught them. Ryan challenged his chefs to be perfect, and he commended them when they did well. At the end of the day, Gordon may have wanted everyone to believe that the choice between Ryan and Jonathan was close, but anybody with eyes could see that Ryan was the better leader, he took more risk, and the people loved his food. He came into the black jacket round pretty hot, and he maintained the momentum going forward. Gordon announces Ryan as the winner of the season, and I fully believe that Ryan deserved this win. I wish him and the other chefs nothing but success in their future endeavors. But this marks the end of the review. I want to thank each and every one of you who tune into my reviews each week and left comments on each episode review. Thank you all for taking this journey with me, and I plan to review Season 3 of Hell's Kitchen when it comes out. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.